There's a few ways to apply for a new home. You can do an online loan application, we can meet together in person, or you can do it over the telephone. The importance of applying for a new home is you can find out how much you qualify for, what type of loan is going to best fit your financial needs. So after loan application, the items that we typically need are tax returns if you're self-employed, or if you're W-2'd, then we just need your last 2 years W-2s. We also need your 2 most recent pay stubs and bank statements for the last 2 months. It usually takes about 24 hours to do the pre-approval. We run it through an automated system, and then for special situations where there's questions regarding employment history or income, then we have one of our live underwriters review those files, and that takes about 2 days. All right, so how are mortgage rates determined? There are bonds that are sold on Wall Street that correspond to each of the different interest rates. And so from day to day, even though one rate is typically reported in the media, there's actually a number of different rates available. And to determine what rate would best fit your needs, we determine how much you'd like to pay in closing costs. The more you pay in closing costs, the lower the rate you can get. But there's also ways to limit your closing cost with slightly higher rates. So if you're going to live in your home for a shorter period of time, for somebody in a first-time home buyer that only plans on being there for a few years, it can be beneficial to pay less in closing costs over the long term. So with locking interest rates, the typical lock term is for 30 days. Obviously, it's going to take more than 30 days to build your new home, and so we typically will float your interest rate. And the difference between that is with the floating interest rate, it could go up or down depending on what the market's doing versus locking your rate. However, locking your rate over an extended period of time can be quite expensive. And so depending on what the market's doing and how long it's going to take to build your home, we can talk about for your specific situation whether it would be beneficial to lock that rate in for an extended period or float through the construction period and lock it once we get closer to completion of your home.